Are you guys ready for another exciting episode of Rotgrind?
This is a certified
Holy shit! Okay, good one. Okay, I see now.
Get on it.
See now. Okay,
All right,
good.
so for podcast folks, I have added so Odoroshi is not here today. She has been replaced, at least on her overlay, with a missing milk carton, and we just have like an image of her. I think the artwork's from Jers, I think, but
Yeah.
it's so that's
Beautiful.
unfortunately
And
Odoroshi is not here.
The reason her birthday.
Yeah, it's her birthday today.
Birthday. So everybody message in the chat about her birthday.
Yeah, so if you see Odoroshi in Discord and stuff like that, please wish her a happy birthday. I'm sure she'll greatly appreciate it. But with that, hi, we're Rotgrind. If you ever like anything that we do, please visit us at narrativedeclaration.com and our Patreon, Patreon.com/narrative declaration. But I'm going to introduce you to the amazing folks that bring you Rotgrind, starting with Hulky.
Hey, that's me. I'm HulkyKrow. I'm a voice actor for Ogre Bobanang and some other sort of projects. I did Captain Zedek before, and I will be playing the Kunrasu Cleric Rehua. You can find me at HulkyKrow on Twitter.
Next, we got Earndil.
I'm Earndil. I'm writing for Alphabusa, and I'm voice acting for this and also for Alphabusa, and doing a bunch of crap on the side besides that. I am playing as Baldric Weathers, the Alchemist. You can find me at Twitter at Earndilio. Also, that art is by Red Snut Jers, owned Zoran. I kill you. Continue.
Did that art. Yeah, thank you. And Speaker.
Hello, I'm Speaker D. I play the terrorist, so you don't have to. I am a writer and voice actor for Alphabusa. I play Hunter the Parenting. I play Big D. I do other things, and today I play Tannhauser, the terrorist, cyborg Magus.
I'm the terrorist.
Well, we're both terrorists. We're a terracule.
Shut up.
And I am your host, ZoranTheBear. I'll be playing the Strix Druid Oran. Basically, you're on my channel and all my stuff or whatever. But we're happy to see you here. And the one who is going to be bringing us through a terrible time through the swamps. And it's Thurston. After you introduce yourself, would you like to tell us what we have in store today?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name's Thurston. I'm the managing creative director for the Starfinder campaign setting, and I work for Paizo, who make the Pathfinder role-playing game, which we're playing today. Whoa, boy. I play everyone else, but mostly my entire universe is now subsumed into playing Pick-Turn Squelchfoot, which is where we're going to start today. He's a lovely little halfling. All right, so we are going to jump right in. I'll get him off your screen. Nah, he stays there forever and ever. He's just there, you know.
I begin punching Thurston in his liver.
Mods, get rid of
I need that liver to live.
I enter Thurston's house. I find an axe. I kill Thurston.
Joke's on you.
now.
You have to get through the floodwater first. Okay.
I'm GMing now.
No, okay. So we where we last left off, really quick, our party has begun their exploration of the southwestern region of the Solitude, the swamplands that surround the city of Outset, in their multiple quests. Last session maybe was a bit of a side quest setup where our party learned of a whole lot of things that are going on right now, and have talked to every NPC imaginable and started a bunch of quests where they first met with Dita Neeson and her companions, who were searching for a set of runes somewhere to the southwest. They also had another encounter with the mysterious Mr. Alort, who indicated that Oran's dragon friend might be further to the southwest, somewhere marked on this map here in the southwesty area. And then they also have the Twang folk, the mysterious primal followers of the old powers who reside somewhere in this swamp, and are going to maybe have some answers about how to fix the rot problem that a few of our PCs have. All right, so with all that being said, we are jumping into the sort of crux of the second adventure of our story here, as our destined band, I should say, of Chuckles heads off into the swamps of the Solitude and begins some good old-fashioned hexploration. So what I have done is I've talked to the players a little bit about this, provided some rules. I've even provided them a cool little handout that I'll pop up here. But basically, as they traverse the swamps, they're going to have time to do some group activities, which essentially allow them to explore the swamps and travel through. So each of these hexes that you're seeing on this map represents a good good 12 miles of terrain. And so we are going to be traveling through the solitude. And per last session, our party has dispatched a group of mercenaries off with Sir Victrix to investigate the Twang folk and what might be going on there. That's more to the west. But our party is making their way southwest towards the ruins. For the purposes of this session, since Valli is not around, or Odoroshirider is not around, Valli is actually going to be working with Dita and the two bodyguards there to to essentially set up base camp and do a bit of fortifying of a camp that the PCs are going to use. That leaves our other destined band of non-volleys, plus one amazing halfling, to explore the solitude and begin kind of searching out some of these hexes and seeing what they can find. So where we are beginning is you've traveled now to this hex here to the southwest, and we can begin a bit of exploration. That being said, you are essentially going to spend about 3 days kind of traveling around this hex, seeing what you can find. We begin, the party has been at this for the better part of 2 days now. Our group at this point consists of our destined band, minus one volley, but including a pick turn. The group has been going around. I want to ask really quick for the players we have here, what everyone is sort of doing as their action. In the handouts I've provided, there's a bit of exploration activities that our players can be doing. So I want to go through that with our players just to give our listeners and myself a bit of a sense of what everyone is doing as you're kind of exploring the swamps of the solitude here. And I'm going to give some better description of this area once I have a bit of sense of what you're all doing. And I am going to start that off with, let's start in order that I have on my screen here. Earndil, what is Baldric doing as you're exploring these hexes here?
Baldric, ever knowing that the swamps are a treacherous and bad place from his time out here, basically palling around with Victrix and her gang of losers, is that the swamps suck. The swamps are terrible, so he is scouting because he wants to make sure that nobody is going to be laying in ambush, not least of which would be just animals wandering around. Not that we couldn't take them at this point, because we kind of dispatched that pile of bears with little difficulty. So I am doing the scout exploring activity.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Then Rehua, Hulky, what is Rehua up to?
Well, given that Rehua is to some level intimated with the swamps of the solitude, he hasn't been here in some time, so he is kind of lacking in reagents and various other plant fetishes, whatever he can find in the swamps that he might be able to use to help his comrades in arms later on, so he will be procuring supplies.
Okay, so you are procuring supplies. So which of those sort of exploration actions are you going to want to be utilizing there to represent this?
Disappeared on my screen, so I would tell you in about 3 seconds.
I've reshared it. I've reshared it with you again, Hulky.
Thank you.
This is where Hulky's like, I forgot he asked us to read something. My God.
I'm going to be using search.
Okay. So you're going to be using perception to look for traps and other hidden things. Perfecto. Okay. That brings us to Speaker D. What is Tannhauser doing?
Okay. So, Tannhauser.
Yes.
Is probably on magic duty since he's about the closest thing to the wizard this group has. And we're looking out for magical labyrinths, right? Specifically like an ancient cave or ruin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So to that end, I think that Tanny is going to be doing detect magic consistently, just trying to see if there's any trace of any kind of latent mystic energy that could bring them closer to the ruin.
Awesome. And that brings us to ZoranTheBear. What is Oran? going to be doing for Oran's action?
As Oran has experience going through wildlife a whole bunch, knows there's going to be a lot of critters out there with giant, sharp, angry teeth that may want to ambush his friends. So he is going to be searching around constantly for any ambushing predators, traps, anybody with twanging banjos.
Look, I've done the banjo thing in another campaign. It's not happening here. Yet. Okay, perfect. And that leaves us with one other individual. What is Picturn Squelchfoot going to be up to, y'all?
He's dying right now.
Wow.
He's expiring.
Oh no, my life is...
Choking.
Oh, hold on. If he's dying, let me pet cash him.
No, not like this.
Put Picturn in your vines. Side.
Picturn and glub-tucked best friends. All right, so let's see here. No, I don't want the Warhams PDs. Good lord. I think, well, Picturn's got a little bit of knowledge on some stuff. He knows a few things here and there, not much, but he knows a little bit. Picturn's gonna be... he's gonna be investigating. Now what that means is that Picturn's gonna be recalling knowledge every little while you go, so he's gonna be talking about everything he sees as you travel. He gets to make checks on everything, so
Are you sure he can't do something else?
Yeah, we don't need another glove talk of helping and hindering, and I feel that he will hinder.
well,
it's literally a thing he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
He's literally doing something.
Yes.
Did you read the rules?
They didn't. Nobody read my rules. Why didn't they read my rules? Okay.
You shut up. I'm trying to defend you and your stupid little halfling punk.
You didn't read the rules. You're going to die.
This marriage is falling apart.
All right, I'm putting down some notes here so you can all see on the screen of what everyone's doing. With that all being said, if I can, so Baldric is scouting, Rehua and Oran, you're both searching. Can I get both of you to give me a perception check, please?
Yeah. It's going to be 29.
Oran got a 23.
Very good. Okay. And then I will also have our other boy make a check here. Okay. And Picturn is looking around at the natural world and cataloging what he is seeing. All right. So as you were traveling, both Oran and Rehua, you were able to get a very good lay of the land. The particular area that you are at to the southwest, this hex here, it is heavy marshland. That being said, as you are traveling through this region, you are able to start piecing together a bit of what is nearby. Specifically, you're able to sort of get a sense of what terrain is going to be around you. To the northwest, you can tell there is something of a flooded lake, or at least like a marshy terrain that is predominantly water, so you can't even do the sort of slow traffic that you're doing through here. You'll need some kind of portage or other means of traveling or exploring this hex that will be adjacent to you. And then you also get the sense that to the southwest are like almost a bit more of a forested area, though you can see that a lot of the sludge and like waterways here are a bit less predominant there, so you'll actually probably have a better time moving through those two hexes to the south and southwest. But you're able to really just like get a sense, and this is both Oran and Rehua. Rehua, your knowledge though gives you or your perception, I should say, as you're exploring through this 12-mile area, this space of the swamplands, you're able to detect something that is like a bit aberrant. Particularly, you're starting to find lots of ancient debris that is coming up through the swamp, and there is a lot of equipment here. And so as you are traveling through the swamp, one thing you would notice is you find like old discarded weapons, armors, and shield pieces that have been like haphazardly tossed, broken. These are things that don't have any value, like they're completely broken. But you're seeing more and more of them as though some kind of troop or group passed through here, and you're seeing it predominantly in this hex, giving you kind of a clue that you're getting closer to something, or at least some group has traveled along a path that you are able to sort of detect.
We are certainly not the only ones who have passed through here. Look here, see all these supplies wrecked about. I'm not sure if these were broken or just replaced with better wares, but someone's been here not too long ago either.
People tend to not just break supplies and throw them on the ground, though.
I don't know, have you seen Tannhauser? He's pretty good at doing that.
That's Tannhauser, he's not a merchant.
Well, I would still keep our guards up if these things have been here quite recently. That, I'd hazard a guess and say that we are not the only ones looking to loot these ruins.
You have warfare lore. That might be an appropriate lore on some of the equipment you're coming across.
Let me see what I have.
What do you have in terms of the laws?
I do have warfare lore.
Yeah, give me a check on it.
Yeah, maybe.
And this is, any of you can do this. Like, I'm not like, you can do things as part of your.
I got a 20.
Okay.
30, 20.
Anyone else?
I am trained in warfare.
I
can certainly.
have plant.
21.
Okay. Your plant knowledge, Oran, does not help you with detecting this equipment.
Damn.
However, Warfare 20 and 21 is a reasonable number. You're able to tell that this equipment is particularly old. And to give you an idea of how old, if you had to guess, it's probably... Oh, let's see... 100, a good, like, it's over 1,000 years old, this equipment. Some of like the pieces that you are finding here that Rehua is like noticing with their particularly high perception check are like almost like mostly embedded in the ground. There might be a disturbance that allows Rehua to like pull them out and you to notice them. Like most of the markings on the metal is worn. Some of the shields you're pulling out in this case have like maybe rubbings on them, but that's it. Like any paint or symbols have been worn off. But you're guessing the equipment that's here is somewhere in the area of 1,000 years old.
It's always 1,000. It's never like 763.
I mean, like okay, if someone critically succeeded, I would have given the exact year, but I'm giving you in the closest approximation. Get good at dice rolling.
Does any of it look in acceptable quality, or is it all just junk?
It would all just be junk, and since there's no identifying marks on it, it's not even like something you could like take to an antiquarian or anything. It's more that you're getting a sense of how old this equipment is.
Right.
But that being said, you could also, if you have crafting, that could be another check you could give me to sort of
go ahead.
Do the equipment-y look on this as well.
I will do that.
Yeah.
That is not alchemical savant, because it's not alchemical reagents. Go.
Correct.
I'll give you a 26.
Yeah, it's enough to tell that the equipment would have had to have been of really high quality. Like, we're talking like this was masterwork, maybe even magical equipment that the magic has faded from at some point. But it, like, to have lasted this long, it must have been incredibly high-end equipment.
So, and this would be the kind of stuff that you would find in, like, an army?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely an army, possibly even an elite unit within an army.
Either a very, very old regiment got lost here, or there was a battle here, because there's a whole bunch of military equipment junked around, and it looks like it's decent enough quality to be military, or very well supplied mercenary company.
Well,
Doesn't really elucidate anything, though.
Well, it does at least assuage a number of concerns that it was more recent, but it was said to be some kind of garrison or bastion up ahead. So that does make sense that would military-grade equipment. Perhaps we'll find something more useful than their junk on their corpses.
Rehua, you're starting to feel incredibly uneasy now. Something like, it's that feeling like I'm getting close to something that's very wrong. Like, as you're saying this, as you're looking at this equipment and speaking aloud, you get this like sense in your mote being that something wrong is coming.
Yeah, here, the very ripples through space.
The bagpipes begin playing in the background.
And he's just going to continue talking, ignoring Pictor and playing his fucking bagpipes.
Please carry on.
Good quality.
These mercenaries mentioned something was present here. There's remnants of interplanar combat. It's fundamental battlefield. But it's more than that. It's something wrong. It's like those forces are lingering on, an eidolon of torment, these planar beings clashing even well beyond their time. I would suggest keeping your guard up, although if we're dealing with fundamentals, there's little in the realm of predictability to prepare for. Just keep your wits about you, my friends.
As with everything, it's haunted, as expected. Alright. So, we got that much at least. Should we fan out and try looking for anything else in this area?
Well, if we were to...
Going to where? We don't know where these ruins even are.
Well, at this point, I just to clarify, Rehua, from what you've been seeing of this scattered equipment, you have a general idea of what direction it was going in, anyways. Have a bit of a path to follow. Sort of leads to the southeastern section of this particular hex of terrain.
If we are continuing to follow the trail of detritus, we should reach the ruins. Actually, it's probably not more than a couple hours away, if that. We're fairly close, but keep an eye out for... What's the best way I can put this? Aberrations in the flow of causality. Little flicks of light here and there. Knots of things that should not be... You'll know it when you see it, is the best way, the best euphemism I could use to describe what we are to come upon, if my assumptions are correct.
We would be foolish indeed to find the detritus of 1,000-year-old army and not proceed with caution.
Well, unlike them, we're probably not going to be engaging another army in combat. If we are, we're in the wrong place.
Well, assuming it is an army that killed them.
So we would hope. Well,
all right. Go.
Okay. Rehua, you lead the way for yourself and your companions. Also, can each of you go into your character sheet? You should all be at topped out hit points, so please make sure that's the case. I mean, for no apparent reason, right? Like that. Yeah.
Should I have this wounded condition, wrong condition? I can just right click that off, right? I mean,
if you do that, your character explodes.
Excellent. I would use that as a tactical advantage.
Wow. I'm gonna make it. Boom. Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna head southeast. So this way.
Yeah, so basically, like this. Okay, I'm generalizing. Like it's within the hex, so you're not moving, but like I'm telling you, it's kind of like this area of the hex ish.
Yeah, which leads me to believe if we were like searching around, it would probably be around.
Yeah. So you can like basically you're focusing your efforts. This is all fairly like abstract with the rules you've made. This is just more at this point like Rehua has a path. You have discovered the hint of something, and Rehua can lead you there essentially.
I'm helping.
Mm-hmm. And then Baldric, you would be scouting as part of this. Now you continue on. As you do so, I should set the scene of the Swamps of the Solitude a bit. There are crisscrossing streams. There are like not quite puddles, but like small little bodies of water that just have stagnated. Some of them look more like algae and slush and moss than actual liquids. There are knocked over branches. There are the remains of dead trees, and there is large reed-like grass that sways in a wind with a slight fog that moves through the area as well. Everything here is got a slight tinge of humidity to it. It's not swelteringly hot, but it's enough that you kind of get that uncomfortable feeling. If anything, it seems like you're here at a particularly reasonable time of the year. You're passing through sections of, like lone trees or groupings of trees as you make your way towards the southeast area, which I've mentioned adjoins to the next hex down, which is a more forested area. You're carrying on, coming to sort of this coming towards this region, and as you do so, you see more and more trees that rise above everything, particularly like reddish hued trees with some like they look to be almost dead leaves, but as like Picturn points up, oh no, those are quite alive. You see, those leaves, they look like that is a defense mechanism of some kind, I believe, because those leaves, they got little insects on them. So while they look dead, that's actually the circle of life being really good. And he keeps talking until one of you inevitably interrupts him.
Because it sounded like he was saying something useful there, so it's like
yeah. But essentially he goes on and explains that a lot of the foliage here is doesn't so much have the typical like leaves fall off as insects consume them and become very bloated and then fly off to hibernate in a weird sort of cycle of life. But Picturn is very much pointing out that a lot of the trees that you are coming towards now are sort of bloated with insects. So in some cases, like some of the trees here look almost like they're wriggling, and where you would expect to see like red-leaved trees, some of them are almost pitch black, and as you like focus on them for more than a few moments, you can see that they're actually swaying under the weight of insects that are on them and slowly consuming them. Picturn continues on with descriptions.
Is there anything beyond what Picturn is describing that we can use? Like, what does this signify beyond like there are bugs here? This is signifying
to you that this place is alive. Like almost everything here is alive, and that there is like life in every quarter. He's essentially trying to give you a sense of just how intense the ecosystem is in this place, because things are doing like there are so many insects here that are surviving off of these trees, but it's like, okay, don't muck with a tree too much, because if you do, you might have like a swarm of insects be on you. And so he's giving you this more as like a, hey, good to know, but also like he's explaining this and you're seeing all of this too, just as a matter of like what this place is like, and giving you some detail on that. But eventually you find your way towards some path that looks like it has some sort of trodden trodden steps on it. They're not like super recent, but Rehua, you're able to find some tracks. They're definitely not the 1,000-year-old like group that came through here, though you can still see bits and pieces of that group. No, instead you find yourself coming to a set of trees that no longer have the insects. The insects have sort of departed these trees. They have like dark brownish red leaves on them, and you find yourself coming to a stream that breaks up the reedy grass here, and as you sort of look to the southeast, you can see that there is a good amount of like terrain and grass that surrounds this stream, and the path that leads towards something. But then you can see in the distance some snapped off ropes and what appears to have been a long destroyed rope bridge. If you zoom out, you can kind of see a bit more of the area here. Like it's not quite nighttime yet, so it's giving you just like a look at the entire area as you come. And there's sort of this like foggy mist, not enough to give concealment. Don't worry, but yeah,
we're not doing that song and dance again.
No, not in this case. Well, look at all that, and like Picturn sort of like points forward. That's at the rope bridge that's been destroyed. Zoran, I'm not sure if you want to zoom out. You can kind of see it to the southeast there. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so you kind of see this like this rope bridge, and then further on there's the stream by it. So each of you kind of come to see this as you're approaching. Tannhauser, your magic detection hasn't gone off yet. You're constantly casting detect magic. You're looking around. There is nothing magical here.
I'm not sensing anything except for the headache that this broken bridge will prove to us. Do we have the means to ford this river?
Can we get closer to the busted ass bridge from where we are?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys could just like move yourselves at this point. Go ahead.
Okay, you never know. Sometimes like I will approach the. Yes,
sorry, I had to answer my door to doing the whole thing. So basically, yeah, I apologize.
No, you're good.
Like,
you're
oh crap!
I'm like, move. Why are you not moving the map, Zoran?
Yeah, I came back right. I had wireless headphones. I'm like, oh shit! So I apologize. I thought I had time. As everyone gets up to the bridge and stuff, Oran goes like, well, I can carry a rope and fly across, or do some various things to help get us over. In addition, I could try to see if I remember how to do something to help us get across. I know I can, but I could probably cast something to, help people walk across water, but I don't think it can only affect one other person.
Well,
or, I have an idea. I could also make a temporary bridge, or knock that tree down on the other side if I fly over.
That's an
you sort of like you look across and to sort of like give an example to chat. There's one of these sort of red leaf trees. It's particularly large and gnarled and sort of like almost has like a sway to it as it comes up with these like this top of red leaves, and it's built into the side of the stream like most of the other trees in this area. Its roots are clearly like embedded in the ground just by the stream.
I would like to roll a perception check on the tree to make sure it too is not infested with bugs, so I don't jostle it and then get eaten alive.
You know what? How about let's get everyone here to give me since you're gonna like do stuff in order. Let's get everyone here to give me a perception check for initiative. So like set your tokens up in like order, so we'll treat this like an encounter, so to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rolling just regular perception initiative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
As for initiative, I did the feat incredible initiative, so I got 33.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Also, I will update this, but each of you are super cool, and I will give you a plus 1 to all of your initiatives. which is important here, because Baldric has been doing scouting. So thanks to Baldric's scouting, you are going to you're gonna maybe notice some stuff. All right, so you get up here, and we have some really solid initiatives here. Excellent. All right, starting with Oran. Oran, you begin to inspect the tree. You begin to inspect the tree, and as you inspect the tree, you notice something that is of concern. You can see that around the roots of this tree are what appear to be like skulls and bones. Like probably maybe like a dozen or so.
Yeah.
Got anything else, Flyboy?
Like he's kind of sitting there going, As soon as I go over there and get eaten by a tree. So he kind of looks over at everybody else and kind of points out all the skulls and bones around it, going like, I think that tree's murderous. Has vicious intent, I feel.
Let me check. I'm going to take out my grappling gun.
Okay. So, or just really quick, since we were like still technically in initiative order.
Oh, right.
Oran, like, so you spend your turn like telling everybody like tree is sus, right? Are you wanting to move or do anything else as part of this, like cast a buff or?
Yeah, he'll seem suspicious of everything, but you know he is going to be a brave little bird boy who wants to help his friends.
Oh,
and he'll take his rope. He'll take his rope and kind of throw it on. So one action, take out rope. Second action, to kind of drop it on the ground there, or like drop like the end of it. And so he'll take the slack and basically use the rest of his movement to kind of start flying over.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you want to end up?
Basically, preferably. Probably around here.
Yeah,
if that's fine.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But he'll just go.
Just glide over with holding with the rope. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then he will land, and that's all he can do right now.
Hey, cool. That's the end of your turn. That brings us to Rehua.
So I would like to make a nature check on this tree.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, okay, I love this party. Like, Oran's like, that tree's sus. I'm gonna fly right beside it, Rehua. Like, eye lens narrow, stares at tree. Yeah, sure, give me a nature check.
A 24?
A 24.
24?
A 24 is enough to identify this.
Tell me, voice in my head. Oh.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you. All right. So, this is a type of tree that is native to the Solitude called an osteogrove. It is a plant creature that takes nutrients from living creatures, and will essentially run into them with its roots. It will actually murder its targets with its roots, and then when they die, their bones get tangled up into it. And so its roots are essentially made up entirely of the people and things it has killed. And because its roots are almost metallic in their strength, they dig. So oftentimes you'll have a massive a mass of bones underneath the surface of one of these things, which can then burst forward because the roots themselves animate, and then they have a skeletal appearance. You would immediately know that these are not undead. They are just plants that have got a whole bunch of bones caught up in their roots. You can ask me one other question about them.
Oh man, what would they be weak to?
This is a creature where fire is particularly effective against them. And fire, and oddly enough, bludgeoning weapons, because it will break through a lot of the bone mass, which makes the roots a bit more effective to strike. If you were to use like a slashing or piercing weapon, would not be as effective because like the bones and such would cause a bit of a problem. So weaknesses here would be like fire, definitely weak, and then bludgeoning would be your most effective like melee type.
Oran, you need to get away from that right now.
And like as you say it, the tree ominously shakes. You have 2 other actions though, Rehua.
It seems fine over here. Come on, guys. Shakes rope.
How deep is this river?
I mean, it's sort of brackish and like hard to look into. But you guess it might not be that bad, maybe.
Oh, fuck.
Getting owned.
This ain't so good here.
Tree.
We're plotting out our movement here. Let me just see. We're gonna see how far we can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a little rope.
Has Oran secured the rope around anything, or is he just
No, he's landed with the rope. He's holding it.
Okay.
He's like on his way to the post that's over to the left. So he's like, hum.
So, in the interest of not walking over immediately, Rehua's just that. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna use an Arctic Barrage.
Yeah, sure. Like summon the raw power of chaos to hit it with something. Okay.
Yeah, I need to get this tree aggroed on anything but Oran right now.
Okay. The roiling tides of chaos.
Ooh.
You'll miss.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna spend an arrow declaration right away on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can tell this thing is, like, real thick, too. So as you go to attack it, your barrage of stuff just bounces off of, like, the trunk. And you see now it's starting to shake and move, and you can hear rattling bones and ripping earth as it starts to, like, lift itself up. But that will be the end of your go.
Sure.
Tannhauser.
Tannhauser, until the revelation of this horrible tree, was looking out at the river thinking, I wonder if there's good fishing round these parts. Tragically...
Shut up.
Look, Tannhauser's playing the real game. He's gonna do the fishing mini game that unlocks the, like, ultimate weapon at the end of this campaign. He's playing the long game.
I will kill you.
Like that NPC guy. Well, it's a great day for fishing. Yuck. And then just keep...
I need to max out the fishing and racing mini games to get the sword style.
That's right.
I'm going to, instead of anything exceptionally rational, knowing that my friend is in danger, the time has come, so have I. I'm going to lob a Produce Flame at him.
Yeah, sweet.
Let's rock.
Cast Produce Flame. Toss Produce Flame. Sadly, that will just miss.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Terrific. I love going last.
You still have a move action, technically.
You do have a move
action. Well, a action left, I should say, because that's only 2 actions to produce flame.
Would you say it'd be a single action to take out my grappling gun and shoot it somewhere?
It's an action to draw it, so you could like have it in your hand now, sort of thing. But okay, I think you said you were drawing it. Like I'll give you that you had it out by the time this happened, so you could shoot it. Where do you want to shoot it?
I'm not going to shoot it. Instead, okay. I remembered that I have my funny boy power, and so I'm going to activate Laughing Shadow instead.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that'll give me some extra movement speed for next turn and other funny bonuses.
Yeah, you cast your magic, you throw a ball of fire that like rushes past this immense tree, and then you mask yourself in your eldritch energies in preparation for what will clearly not be anything bad to come, right?
Activating the quantum engine. And that'll be Tannhauser's turn.
Oh, whoops! As I click, oh no, it's pick turns. Okay, the tree goes. The tree has. The tree dislodges itself first of all, so you can see now that it has this immense like trunk of bones that has come up. This is a huge creature. It occupies like a 15 by 15 foot square on our map for our audio listeners, and it has appeared, and it sort of is looking around with its first action. Oran, my friend. It is going to attack you with its roots.
It's a friend tap, right?
Yeah, a little friend tap, right?
A little friend tap, little
lethal friend tap.
Damage. Little 1 damage.
It'll be fine. It'll crit you.
Why is that a critical? Why is that a critical hit? Why do you roll 11 on the die and still crit me? What is this, Thurston?
It's a terrifying tree monster.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How's that?
Right.
You decided to get very close to it.
Yeah. Do 38 points of damage to you.
Nah, guys, nothing's wrong at all. I'm just having to go. He really gets just eviscerated by a tree.
That will be the Osteogrove's first action. Its next action.
Oh, cool.
I'm just gonna post this here. It's gonna grab you with its roots and pull you in. As this thing begins, as these roots basically smash into you, they do slashing damage. They actually, tear through parts of your body, into your flesh, and then begin pulling you close to it as you come towards the gaggle of skeleton corpses that make up its roots. So that would be its second action. And then for its...
I mean, technically, it would have only grabbed me.
Well, it attacked you and then it grabbed you.
Yeah. Did you attack with the auto grab?
Huh? Yeah, so it's 2 actions. Attack for 1, grab for 1.
Yeah, but if your attacker has the auto grab, it'd be 1.
It does not have the auto grab.
Oh, okay. But if it's a grab...
See, I would not make a broken monster, Zoran.
But why do you have another action? What's wrong with you? Keep going.
Because it's only attacked you for 1 action and then grabbed you for 2. It could have attacked you and grabbed you as 1, but I did not design it to be a broken monster. Because I am a good person.
Good person.
Get on with it!
Anywho. And then it will use its third and final action to constrict you, which does automatic damage to you. And it will constrict you for... I have to actually type this, though, because it's silly. Oh, not bad. For another 14 points. Boop. So, you watch as Oran's, skin, is smashed by razor wire roots pulled towards this thing, and then it looks like it is crushing him and his skin is turning purple. There we go. That's the tree's action.
Oran should have just left that leafed the tree should have leafed the tree alone.
No.
Tranquilizer dart. Tranquilizer dart. Tranquilizer dart.
Damn, Tannhauser, those Quaaludes are hitting you real good.
Whoa, okay, there we go. All right. Well, that's a problem.
Pick turn, do your turn quietly and with as little talking as possible, I beg you.
Pick turn begins to inspire competence. Or inspire courage, I should say. As he begins playing, backs up slightly to here and begins playing bagpipes.
This is not helping.
Nice.
No, it will.
Turn.
He's inspiring us.
Yeah, he's inspiring you. Come on.
Inspired, just stop the bagpipe.
Well, look, you just don't understand how great that is. All right, I'm going to drop this down. He will be inspiring courage to all of you as he plays his bagpipes. So, actually, can I drop that there? I can. Now, can I apply this? Oh, I can. Look at that.
You just
all right, so... Yeah, I'm. Oh, nice. I can actually just select you and add it to my hotbar, which is way more effective. Okay, there we go. All right, so all of you are now inspired by the bagpipes, including Oran, who is being pulled to his death by this tree. Has Victorn has backed up and is playing the bagpipes, wide eyes, staring. That will be young Picturn Squilcher. That brings us to Baldric Weathers.
All right, now that everyone has done everything, is this tree made of wood or bone?
This tree is made of a combination. The upper portions of it are entirely wood, and then it has wood-esque, organic roots that are covered by bone. But no matter what you do, it's definitely going to be weak to fire.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm going to quick alchemy an alchemist fire because I didn't have a chance to prepare for this before we got ambushed. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to quick alchemy alchemist fire. Actually, wait a second. Thurston, I have a question.
Yes.
I know the rules for a coring charge is that it has to be placed. Can I also throw it?
Well, this is bespoke rules, so now you're making me pull up our bespoke PDFs for this.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm advertising. Actually, wait, no, hang on a second. I have 8 Alchemist Fire moderates to hand, so actually, now I'll just do that.
Yeah, okay. I'll get the answer to that, though, for you as you do that.
Please do. Anyway, I'm going to target the tree, and seeing that, we're about to lose Oran again. Very funny, very epic. I'm going
you're well, he's a lost cause.
Well, what do you expect me to do? You want me to attack him? I can do that.
No, don't.
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm targeting him.
Okay, you're targeting. Okay. Well, goodbye, Oran.
Orange, you glad that you can respawn?
Once more after this, I think, right? Anyway, I'm going to throw 3 Alchemist Fires. I'll start with 1.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses because of how big this fucking thing is?
No, but it is something that is wriggling a lot, so yeah. And the AC also represents you might hit it, but it's got really thick outer layer, so.
Well, here we go. Alchemist Fire Moderate. Throw 1. That's a 28. I'll do the damage on that.
Yeah. Give me sweet DiMaggio.
That'll do dimensional assault damage. Thank you for that, Tannhauser.
I'm sorry, I fucked up.
All right, so
I don't remember that being an effect of the Alchemist Fire.
So here's what's happens. So just so everyone knows, because Rehua made the check, it would normally take 11. It's weak against fire, so it takes an extra 10 points of damage. So it will take 21 points, and now it also has persistent fire too, except because it's weak to fire, anytime this triggers it takes 12 fire damage.
Very powerful, very good. I'm going to multi-attack penalty -5 and throw another one at it.
Absolutely.
Grenade, go! Not good enough. That's a critical miss.
It is a critical miss. Now here's the thing. With a critical miss, you don't hit it at all, so you won't get splash damage. That being said, if you were to just have missed it, you'd still get splash damage, which would then trigger the weakness as well. So just so you're aware of that.
That's fine.
Yeah. So you toss the first one. This tree kind of pulls back, and it doesn't make a sound so much as you just hear the rattling and cracking of bones as it moves. And then you go to throw the second, and now it's just waving intently, and just the other bomb goes wide.
All right, and I can do literally nothing else except attack for a 3rd time, so I'm doing that with a map -10. This thing has an obscene amount of AC, by the way. It is pissing me off.
It does.
Why does it have such a high armor class? It does not dodge.
Because it is a high level creature.
Anyway, I throw and
it was on that.
Good, another critical
18 too. You toss another one and it goes wild as well. But this thing
I've done what I can.
For all of us, you are probably the most effective, even if you do miss.
So, that's very funny.
All right, so
it is now your turn, Oran.
All right, Oran.
Die.
You are grabbed by this thing. What would you like to do?
I'd like to leave. I have to do an athletics check, I believe, to get out.
Yes.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if Valli is absent for a game and Oran goes down one more tick on the rot scale because he just got too close to a tree.
I mean, hi. Yes. Okay. Very good.
No, keep laughing. It's funny. I mean, we are literally unable to be assailed by this thing. Oran is just over there dying.
Good times.
Athletics checks to get out of grab.
Okay.
All right. I saw that.
That's
20 and I got
fucking-
sad. I'm going to. It probably has absurd amount of strength, so I'm going to have to hero point that. Thank you, Chad, for your generosity.
You gotta keep trying, brother.
Yeah, 17, 27. How's that? Yeah.
It misses.
Now, here's the thing.
Don't give me back.
Normally it would miss, but it's on fire. So that is going to be enough to get you out because it's really worried about being on fire, so it's not quite as focused on holding on to you. So I will be good. I'll be good and remove the grabbed condition.
Thank you.
You are free now.
Immediately fly away.
Wait, one sec. I'm just gonna post this in chat here.
Yes. The one rare ability that creatures have, attack of opportunity.
This is a tree with levels and fighter.
Yes.
Yeah. So attack of opportunity isn't just a fighter thing; it's just an ability to get.
It is an ability that monsters get. Yeah. But in this case, it will attempt to do a trunk slam on you as you rush away from it. One sec here. One sec. Okay. Oh. What the?
What you doing?
Huh. No. Sorry.
He's just killing you.
I have a thing. I have a thing that I
thing too.
forgot.
It's called living. I like playing at the stage.
Okay, well,
Thurston's just making a bunch of GM rolls to kill you. It's okay. We don't have to know about it.
It's all good. It's all good. It hits you. It doesn't crit you though.
Yeah, cool. So it won't interrupt my manipulate action, but
no. So you will fly and then you will land and you will go kathud at 19 damage.
Yeah. Hi guys.
I'm just imagining the sound effect from fucking Ed, Edd n Eddy where the tree trunk is falling and Oran just looking back in horror about what's going on.
As the way I would describe it is like Oran gets to flying and then this thing like snaps back and just bashes it with its top and like the trunk hits his back and sends him hurtling across, landing beside Baldric.
All right. Now that's taken care of.
Rehua.
I like to imagine Oran is Yamcha on the ground right now.
You are very young, Chud.
I just love the sheer number of effects you have on your token right now.
That's a lot.
Can we hit 100 independent effects on Oran?
Maybe.
I can try. I got acid and fire.
Good.
I could use a lesser one so he doesn't.
Everyone turns on Oran just to token.
We need the achievement, guys.
All right, today we're going to kill and maim Oran.
Finally.
I give him belladonna. I give him arsenic. I give him anthrax.
We're status maxing.
I'll give him glove talk.
Let's see what's going to happen is he's going to die and then he'll come back with all those diseases permanently.
Good
plan.
So, Baldric, you've got the Ossia Grove, right?
Yeah, focus on him.
Thank you. And I'm going to cast Stabilize on Oran.
Okay. Can I pose a question?
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're stabilizing him and not healing him? Like, is it just like it's better if you're unconscious for this?
I cannot let him see me commit crimes against my own people.
We're saying to Oran, this is what you get. Go to Napville.
go nap. Okay, yep. Okay, so
of your actions for right now. I will focus on him in a second. Actually, do I have any potions?
That's you have one action left after you stabilize.
Oh.
I love that it's not just like, oh yeah, I should heal. You're like, no, fuck that guy. Very good.
No, stabilize.
Okay.
I'm gonna interpose myself between him and Tannhauser because I know Tannhauser is just feeling incensed to kill Oran for no reason.
And like as you're walking towards like poor Oran's like broken body on the floor to stabilize, you just like lock eyes with Picturne and it's just going in the bagpipe. All right. That's it for Rehua. Tannhauser, you're up.
All right. We finally did it. We've gotten our companion out of danger.
You're gonna fucking rush this tree, aren't you?
How tempting. How tempting it is to just...
Well, watch out for those stairs, dude.
What are you doing? Like this is gonna be one of the speakers like, I'm totally going into melee with the tree. Come on, do it.
Well, no, I wasn't going to.
But now you have to.
But now I have to.
Yes!
No.
It's not like I would have introduced a monster that was absolutely way too high level while you're exploring. Everything's balanced in this campaign.
Oh, Thurston is taking notes out of his favorite game, Pathfinder Kingmaker, when they have you attack water elementals and they kill you!
Anytime I get a random encounter, I'm like, is it time for huge water elementals? It's time for huge water elementals.
I'm gonna do something... Either secretly 800 million IQ genius,
okay,
or dumb as ass.
Oh, here we go. MLG no scope. Let's do it.
Reaching into my pocket. I knew I had these for a reason. I raise my hand in the air, and I'm gonna throw caltrops at the tree.
It doesn't move!
Well, oh.
It's a tree, Billy!
But if it does...
we can just go home. It's okay, guys. We can just end it here.
No, I'm gonna kill this stupid thing. I'm gonna keep throwing bombs at it until it's done.
We can restart the episode.
No, we are in a perfect position. We can fucking cheese this encounter. It can't possibly fly.
I was thinking in my head, oh, an acrobatics check. Well, no tree is going to have a good acrobatics. It'll take
this one.
One sec. For our like viewers here, I'm gonna reshare the artwork, and I just want to be like, I threw caltrops. That'll deal with this.
Yeah, but you gonna play jacks with him?
It'll never see it coming. I believe that.
All right.
No. This is a learning opportunity.
Hold on, it might actually.
No. Hold on. This is a learning opportunity. Do it, and we'll see what Thurston says happens.
Yeah. Of course.
We have the opportunity because if it can reach us, I'm gonna just throw a coring charge at it and then have it blow up to death. And if it can't reach us, this is an excellent opportunity for us to experiment with all of our attacks to see what's effective.
Yeah, I mean, very
for
clearly,
when one is in range.
I've thrown these caltrops to prevent other people from being tempted to jump the tree. I'm gonna spend my turn. I have another action. I don't have. I'll cast shield, I guess.
Okay. So move caltrops and shield.
All right.
This is Tannhauser does the big damage. Oh.
You turn into I don't remember what his name is, but it's like the Marvel character is just like a white ghost, and he says, "Random bullshit, go!"
That's how I feel, right?
So what square are you putting the caltrops in?
The water.
Yeah, usually. Oh, the top left. Just
fuck them fish.
Yeah, can I? I almost fucking indicated on the Twitch stream. That's how on my A game I am. Here,
it's all right, dude. We got it.
Where the tree is.
Okay, so you're tossing them, so you want to make an attack roll. Because normally, if you read the caltrops description, you place them in an empty adjacent square to you. But if you want to throw them, I'll allow it, but you have to give me an attack roll.
You know what? I make some of those.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make a normal strike with my Excoriate Charge.
Sure.
I mean...
With the caltrops!
Thurston. We have to see what happens now.
1 sec.
This
Give me
right?
a moment.
What happens when you critically hit by throwing caltrops at an immobile enemy? Have we realized unstoppable force versus a movable object?
1 sec. There's something I desperately need to check because it will be very important to the ongoing
What's
discussions here.
You see, everything in this world is just a pawn in my game. Every step forward, every misstep back, it's all been calculated.
Tannhauser throws jumping jacks at him.
I know what to do here, men, and I just throw a fucking pie in my own face.
It is persistently bleeding. I will count the persistent bleed as bleed 2.
What does it bleed, Sap?
1.
Give me a second.
Yes.
My
Yes.
died.
That's the power of caltrop.
You got locked
That's
out.
the power of calcium. Now we're all missing.
You were
the
kicked from
cartons.
the game for too many active hitboxes.
The caltrops like pierce at the exact points. It's like Tannhauser is some kind of, expert marksman with caltrops, hitting every point of the roots and the trunk where it needs to impede the movement of this and cause it to weep out sap. It has the bleed 2 persistent damage, and its movement speed is reduced by 10 feet until the bleed is gone.
So wait, hold on a second. Its movement speed has been reduced by 10 feet to a total of what, Thurston?
I don't want to answer that question.
If it's not 0, I'll be surprised.
No comments.
So, Thurston,
Yes.
in Warhammer Fantasy, if you
Fucking
to
Christ.
bring someone's characteristic to 0, they die. And if it's a negative,
No, we're done. I'm like next person's action, the tree.
all right, tree, show me your next move. Oh, wait!
We're learning valuable information for the next fight we have with one of these.
It shakes and hurls bones at you. It'll hit you, Tannhauser, and it will do 17 points of damage with the first attack of its bones as it begins shaking and tossing bones at you.
Oh, these bones.
They're breaking my bones.
Oh, these bones!
It does it again. It'll also hit you.
Wait, he's got shield.
More bones.
He didn't put shield on. Hold up.
Yeah,
Put
you
shield
didn't
on
put
your
shield
thing,
up.
Tannhauser.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have
That would have
shield.
prevented you from taking
Yeah.
hurt by the one.
Yeah.
I cast
Yeah.
You
shield.
cast it and you have to drag it on your character. It
Yeah, you gotta
doesn't
drag the little effect.
Oh.
Yeah.
automatically-
Yeah, you gotta
Oh.
Yeah.
And then drag the effect thing
Wow.
in your token. For
Yeah.
injury.
Good job, we landed! Thank you, pilot.
Oh,
Yay.
And everybody clapped.
Okay, so the second one doesn't hit.
I'll spend a villain point.
Okay.
All right, Athens.
Nope. I'll
Fucking
still
owned.
miss. I'll miss even more.
what a shame.
Fucking good. Okay, is it done?
No.
Oh, he's moving.
It moves.
Hold on.
To
Its
the
move
water.
speed should be reduced.
It
It is. It is.
It moved 5 feet.
Hold on. Okay. Listen, Thurston. It's a big
It's
creature.
the Osteogrove's turn.
Hold on.
Damage it takes.
It moved into the square it was already at because it's so large. It's
Okay,
movement
1 sec.
into the
I'm just
square.
going to apply the 12 points of damage from the ongoing fire effect, and then the 2 points of bleed damage from the bleed effect, both of which are still ongoing.
Thank you. This is my life.
Pick turn will spend 1 action to
They fly now.
to maintain pick turn Squelchfoot will maintain will spend 1 action to maintain the inspiration, and then we'll cast a spell. We'll cast Soothe. which will, let's see here, cast some healing. Boop. Yeah, let's do this. It's a second level too, so it's gonna be another 1d10 plus 4. So he's going to heal Oran for 21 points and bring Oran back to consciousness.
Yeah.
Oh, and here, have the soothe effect, Oran. You also get
thanks. Appreciate
that. For the so basically, he's like picturing going on the bagpipes, and then like as he's taking a break and not breathing, kind of chats out, "Oh, hey, I had a brother who took a fall like that. It was something, you got this though, Oran. You're good. You're doing fine, friend." And then he has to before he can stop or continue going on his story, he has to go back to the bagpipes, which prevents him from talking. But he does cast the soothe spell, which for those of you who are listening is a bard or an occult magic spell that is an occult healing, which bards can do. That grants basically 1d10 plus 4 hit points per level. So in this case, it gives him 2d10 plus 8. It also gives the person who receives it, in this case Oran, a +2 status bonus against mental effects for the duration. So if this tree has any kind of mental spells, that might be useful. The tree does not have mental spells. Baldric, you're up.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm doing 3 more attacks at this thing. Actually, so did you come to a determination?
What?
May I, maybe with a hero point, huck a coring charge at it?
Okay, so I was checking the coring charge here. So I would allow you to huck it, but it would be a 2-action thing to do, because it's a 2-action to activate it. So if you're gonna huck it, it's gonna be a 2-action as well.
So wait, so clarify that. It is 2 actions to prepare and then throw it.
The normal coring charge to activate it would be 2 actions. I will allow you to throw it because it's adding in the chance of this thing could miss or whatever. But it will still be 2 actions. So it's using the coring charge will be 2 actions to throw it and see if it affects it. And remember that it detonates at the end of your next turn.
Well, that's perfectly fine by me.
Okay.
So it would cost me my whole turn to prepare a coring charge and then throw it.
Yes.
Fine by me.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a large bag filled with fucking explosive stuff. You guys can all see me doing this. I do not... There you are. I craft myself a coring charge. For free. I am now going to strike you with a coring charge. Let's hope this works. Now, I would like to narratively declare, Thurston.
Yes.
Using my singular hero quest.
Yes.
Hero point.
Hero quest point, yes.
That when I throw it, I am trying to snag it on the knotty bramble that is beneath this thing, so wherever it moves, it has the coring charge with it.
I will allow that, absolutely.
Okay, mark me down a hero point, please, Zorban. Okay. Now, I just have to hope that my strike works.
Yes.
I have nothing left to gain. Go. That's a 20 with a 30 critical hit.
A natural 20.
The coring charge lands in the trunk of this thing as the roots begin to move around it, almost caressing, hugging this thing close to it. The fact that it's a critical is going to have 2 effects. 1, it's going to do critical damage, and 2, it's going to waste its reaction attacking of opportunity in your coring charge, thinking it's some foreign object, and it's actually going to cause it to explode on this round as well.
Oh, at the end of my turn.
Yeah, exactly. So the critical effect with your narrative declaration here is that you are going to do, in this case, it will be 8d8 fire damage. So to this thing, I think you can just click the critical button. I think we got that right in there, but if not, we'll fix it.
So my turn will now end.
Yeah, but you do the damage now because it explodes. Yeah.
So let's see how that much happens. I only did 4, so I need to do additional 4d8.
No, it times it by 2. It's
okay, good. Yeah, so it did 30 fire damage.
Which will translate to 40 fire damage because of the weakness it has.
Excellent. Explode.
Yes, sorry, not 70. I don't know.
That's entirely too much.
This is entirely too much. 1 sec here.
When you do the shift click thing, you just add the bonus.
No. I mucked up. Okay,
Oran, it's your turn.
No.
I would be. I had to. Pass
yeah, no, you're dead.
Oh yeah, because you technically would have moved in initiative before the Grove man right there. Yeah. However, it'll actually go to Rehua. As the tree explodes. Oh, whoops! Not 44.
Kill him!
Kill him! No, Tannhauser, you take 4 points of fire damage from the resulting explosion because you are in the range of the coring charge detonating.
Yeah, regrettably, I cannot shape charge a coring charge. That just kind of blows up.
So you take some shrapnel as you see this massive explosion in the chest cavity of this strange tree.
Hey, fair is Baldric's also in range.
Yeah, hit me with that. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Tannhauser.
Yes, I can.
The pain is worth it.
I need you to finish that sentence.
Wait, one sec. Actually, I will spend a villain point, and the caltrops will fly out of the explosion and impact themselves into Tannhauser. I'm not actually doing this.
Good.
No,
You have 3 of the fucking things.
I'm happy with where I'm at with my villain points. Thank you very much. I'm going to use them to reroll up a lot of attacks soon. Rehua, you're up.
So, question. Just
Answer?
making sure I'm understanding this entity correctly.
Yes.
Considering dealing damage to the tree also deals damage, or rather, doing damage to the skeletons also does damage to the tree, would it be fair to assume or suggest that the tree skeleton?
Okay. Are you wanting to shake some bones?
I am wanting to shake some bones.
Yeah, I think you can I will say that yes, this plant has a skeleton.
Thank you. I am so glad you confirmed that. So Rehua is going to stretch his hand out towards this tree, splay his fingers apart, and he's going to cast Bone Shaker.
Yeah,
and I'm going to cast the 3-action version of this.
Ooh, do you want to tell the class what that does?
Sure. So the 3-action version, same as the 2-action, which painfully compresses the target's bones and deals 3d8 bludgeoning damage, acts the same as the 2-action, plus I pull the target's body by their bones, moving them around like an awkward marionette, using the same rules for forced movement.
Sweet. Okay, I have to make a save. It's a fortitude, I think?
I'm checking for you.
I think it's a fortitude. Which is okay for this thing, but I'm going to give it a -4 circumstance penalty because of the smart move of bones. So let's see if that will work here. -4. A modifier. It made of bones. Okay. And let's see how this works. Okay, so it will succeed, but it's not a crit success or anything like that. So on a success, you can move the target up to 5 feet.
Move it back 5 feet.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to push it away 5 feet one swift motion.
Yeah.
The skeleton's rib cages within, all the roots gnarled within, raise up and move apart for just a second, and then just shatter into breaking branches in the process. Or roots, rather.
I like it. Give me the damage. Give me the DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Cool. Takes half of that.
Very sus.
Sweet. There we go.
Does it
Very
take
good.
more because it is bludgeoning damage?
No, it basically has resistance against slashing and piercing, but it takes regular
gotcha.
damage from bludgeoning. Yeah. So, all right, that's it for you. Oh, that was because you did 3 action. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, that brings us to Tannhauser.
Tannhauser. So, it was pushed back, taking the damage from the caltrops again, yes?
It's basically like it was coming into the water ominously towards you, and then it got pushed back I'm not counting it damage from the caltrops because the caltrops are embedded in it, and that's what's slowing it right now.
Oh man, there goes my plan.
Oh,
Oh no, I can no longer whittle it down.
I know my caltrop.
The caltrops are still bleeding it though, so it's still affected by them.
Let me see. This is all my plan. This is all my doing. Okay. I think it's time that we say goodbye to this horrible beastie. So I'm going to dimensional assault.
Oh, okay.
This is an excellent idea. Please fall
Now,
in the
if
water.
I come here, will you say that I would be able to land on their beautiful leaves?
Okay. Normally you can't just like fucking occupy the same space as a thing. But I will say you can certainly try to land on top of it. I will allow you to give me a reflex save to do so. The DC will be 20.
Very kind of you.
If you fail, you will be knocked prone adjacent to it.
Ooh. Okay. Maybe new plan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the plan is, if I'm in the water, can I hit him still?
Yeah, of course.
There is no more dimensional assault. There is just water. Actually, what am I doing? I'm an idiot.
I don't know what you're doing anymore. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I could just jump across and get over here and swim here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you're physically moving. You're not teleporting.
I'm not teleporting. I'm physically moving.
Okay. And we have determined it has used its reaction to crush the bomb, so it can't take an attack of opportunity on you.
Yes.
Good.
I'm moving into the same space as the thing which nearly killed Oran in one attack.
Now you're thinking like Tannhauser.
Bad. Don't do that.
I think it's. And now I'm gonna spell strike. God, I can't speak today.
So how many actions was it for you to move through that difficult water terrain?
Because I have a 30 move speed. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god, difficult terrain exists.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe I should teleport into the water.
Okay.
Alright, we're teleporting into the water.
Okay.
Thank you, Thurston. Alright.
Welcome.
Now we're gonna hit him.
Okay.
Alright.
Here
This
we
is a
go.
well-oiled machine, folks.
Here we go. You'll hit him?
28! Awesome. Let's rock some damage. That plus 1, so 7. And now...
Okay, it does no damage
Well,
because it resists slashing. So, but you're magic. You got magic.
that is correct, because it was really just vector from my true attack, which is, of course, produced flame.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's rock some damage on this.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
For a total of 13
For 23
Flaming-
points.
flaming hot damage.
Why is it? Sorry. Oh well. It's not quite that much, but yeah, whatever.
And that'll be all she wrote.
There we go. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, that brings us to Oran. Oran, you're up.
Oran's having a bad time, so he takes an action to stand up. It sucks, man. Fuck you, tree. Produce flame.
Okay.
So he casts a produce flame at the tree.
Stands up. Produce flame.
I only rolled
Whoa.
3. I don't have any hero points, man. And then that's the end of his turn.
Oh, I'm.
He falls
All
back
right.
down.
Well,
Sad.
let us find out together, chat, if the Earndil prophecy holds true. Of one Tannhauser came right next to this tree. All right, tree's gonna go. First off, it's gonna hit you with its roots.
Well, hold on. Before it does that,
Yeah.
I am in water.
Yes.
That should make it relatively difficult to hit me, yes?
No.
All right, that's all I got. Kill me.
You're not under the water, Jimmy.
He'll hit you.
You're like maybe like how deep is he? Is it like shin height?
I think like waist. I think waist.
Yeah, in fact, that would make you easier to hit, honestly.
Yes.
Actually, give him a penalty.
I don't know about that.
You know what?
500 penalties.
No. They're really, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, you wouldn't be as dexterous. Like, what's your dex bonus right now to your AC here? Let's find out.
I don't know.
Because, that extra 2 points would really matter when it comes to if I crit you or not.
Well, I like how we're not on the same team. How low can you get your AC
When did you ever think we were?
Where were you on the night of the 13th?
Here's my question: Is this a saltwater or freshwater?
It's brackish.
My AC to the amount of fucking pain I'm feeling.
Is it rabbit season or duck season?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do 17 points of damage with the first root attack.
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make another root attack on you.
Just for that.
Such things are possible.
Such things happen.
Gonna crit you with that.
Such things are impossible.
That's a lot of damage.
Gonna do 44 points of damage to you.
All right.
Then it's gonna use its last action to grab you.
Okay. I'm now unconscious.
You're now dying too, by the way.
Maybe
Not him. No. He's dying one. This is the first time he's gone down.
No,
Oh, crit. That's right. Yeah, crit. Dang, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Good call. All right, cool. And then is also grabbed. All right, cool.
All right, now do damage over time to this fucker.
Oh, yeah. No. Now that's done, now the turn ends. So he fails both, so the persistent damage is still going on. So he will take 12 from your fire, and then an extra 2 points from the critical bleeding. There we go. Tree's still up, barely. It's looking terrible. It's charred. It's burned. Most of the bones have been knocked off of this, but there it is. All right. Pick turn. Squelch. What's gonna go? Oh gosh, what the fuck can poor Pickturn do to help you here?
Keep up the fucking inspiration and shut up.
He could heal me.
That's exactly what I'm seeing if he can do.
He can heal you right in range of it again, where it will presumably beat you to death. If I manage to miss.
I could heal him. Oh, you know what? Of course I'm gonna heal my good friend Tannhauser. He's been so nice. Hey, Tannhauser, you're doing great. I think you got it exactly where you need it to be. And then you returned back to the realm of the living. Dead. No, you don't. It's the opposite. No.
Wounded too, and you might need to move him above the initiative of a tree.
Yeah. I have to shimmy him to where the tree
Sorry if
was.
I'm being annoying.
No. This is good because this is
a lot.
It is. And I'm like trying to narrate everything too. All right. So then Tannhauser moves with the tree. All right. Tannhauser is no longer dying. Yay! Hooray! But Tannhauser is still grabbed by the tree, which is the terrifying thing.
I'll tell you something, Thurston.
Yes.
Your bark is worse than your bite.
You don't have Bon Mo.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry that. No.
It was a good one, though. I thank you for making it.
You did a good job, Tannhauser. You did a good job.
Yeah. I did it. I remember.
Speaker, if you were going to get up close, why didn't you just wait until my next turn so I could have strapped a coring charge to you?
Because I thought I would kill it in a single attack, and it'd be very cool, and I have slightly higher accuracy in melee.
This is very true. And very tragic.
Yuck.
Yep.
You've learned for next time that suicide.
I appreciate. Yeah.
I have learned nothing. Consequences are for other people.
In any event, I'm now going to throw 3 bombs at this thing in the hopes that I can kill it before it destroys Tannhauser's life.
Absolutely.
For once.
Please do.
All right, I still have 5 Alchemist Fires left, so
Yes.
if we somehow flub this, I'll target Tannhauser and put him out of his misery.
Good.
All right,
I can
here we
always
go.
rely on you, Earndil.
Listen, I know that's how he'd want to go out, boiling.
No, I can always count on you, Earndil, to set me on fire when I'm down.
I know,
Damn.
my friend. Anyway, I attack the tree. That's another critical hit.
Please
with a 31.
Please roll your critical. Goddamn.
Holy shit.
That's a big number. That's 24 damage.
Oh. 34 because of the
the extra fire explosion. Yes.
The tree collapses under the pursued bombardment of Baldric, and its roots let go of greedy Tannhauser, who falls into the water.
Am I dragged downstream?
Saved by Baldric.
Tannhauser is now going to recreate baby Moses and float down the river.
Wait, if you're going down the river and you become unconscious, can you have like that snake eater scene? And you just like,
why are there more of them?
Some days you have to feed on a tree frog.
All right, so Thurston, I see the two approaching me. I attack this one as well.
As you look at every other tree here, and they're all HulkyKrows. No.
I missed that
when
one.
Hell is full, the trees will the living.
Oh no.
Yeah, now you're really embracing Pathfinder Kingmaker here. That would be an actual bullshit encounter, and I would choke slam you.
Oh, wow.
Would you do the same, Thurston?
Well, I mean, I would just be rolling a lot of
glass him
attacks. Good. All right. So Tannhauser, you are like you are able to get up and breathe. The bagpipe music stops as Pictor and Squelchfoot finishes up. The shield expires as well. All of the buffs have expired. Well, that was a situation.
Yeah, it was. I take the staff out of the people's loot and help dredge Tannhauser back to the bank.
So, Picturn comes up, scratching it. So, I mean, I don't mean to question things, but my friend Tannhauser, why did you have to go in there? Like, it looked like Baldric's bombs were doing pretty okay. He couldn't move. Your caltrops had slowed him down.
You want to know why? Because I wanted to prove that even without me, my companions could take care of the tree. They could deal with the tree. I'm leaving now.
Right.
I'm leaving.
I'm gonna wait back to
Rehua, Oran, can I speak to you a little bit just over by this other tree that's not an osteograph? Just 1 sec, real quick. I want to talk to you real quick. That'd be a minute. Rehua, can I speak to you too? Come over here, friend.
Okay, sure. Oh, I'm not moving. I'm targeting you.
Hey, by the way, while they're doing that, can I inspect the burning, combusting osteograph for alchemical reagents?
Absolutely. We'll get to that in just a second of the inspection, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Oran and Rehua, you come up to Picturn, who's under this tree. All right, friends, I think Tannhauser has a death wish. I think we might need some kind of intervention.
No, that's just how he acts all the time.
Yeah,
that's not normal. He could have died. You saw that. You saw what that thing did to Oran. Oran had no idea what was going on. Well, I mean, he did have an idea. Do you have a death wish, Oran? I hope not. Oh, please no. We might need to have an intervention for you. Oh, well, okay. Anyways, I mean, Tannhauser certainly didn't. He went over there, and we shouldn't let him do that. That could end badly.
Well, Picturn.
You are dealing with
Oran Amazing Spider-Man has put his hand on his shoulder and go called Woola Cool. You should learn that if you want to be an adventurer. Later, peace, and he leaves.
Oh my god.
Might I put things in a more articulate form that Oran may have just explained to you? We do things a little bit differently in Outset. Something your Twang folk may not quite understand. And he walks away.
He's just stammering. I don't want people to die. I like people. I just don't want them.
Does Rehua hear him stammering for this explanation?
Oh yeah. He's standing there I just don't want people.
Rehua's head cracks back 180 degrees, and he begins moving backwards. His body follows suit and begins walking back towards him. And he stares down at little Picturn. You don't want people to die. But this group knows more than anyone else that death is not the end. You may not be chosen, and we will keep you alive. But remember that. And he'll scooch down just a little bit and pat him on the head and turn back around and say, "Let's go!" And walk back towards the rest of them.
Can you give me an intimidate check, please?
100%.
Yes, get the shit out of him. Yeah, fucking kill him.
Just kill him outright. Here we go. Intimidate. Oh. 13. That's okay, I guess.
That was very strange. All right, thank you. So with that, you cross, like the tree continues to burn for several rounds before eventually it is collapsed by the stream. The rest of you manage to cross, even Picturn, who floats across using a magic disc.
As we're going,
Baldric, what was that?
Quickly, I just like to battlefield medicine me and Tannhauser. I'll just do that.
Yeah, absolutely. After you departed and gone to the other side, absolutely.
I will also like to help heal fucking Oran too.
See how the battlefield medicine for Oran goes, and then anything else. But Baldric, can you give me a percepticept? Because I know you were wanting to look for reagents and whatnot as well.
Just a perception?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, 1 sec. Rolling perception. 14.
Okay. All right, so you don't find much of you don't find much in terms of alchemicals that are salvageable from this thing, but what you do find of note are it is a set of armor that is located like deep within, which would have been probably near where the where the explosion occurred. And it looks like it's charred from the coring charge and like the fire that consumed this thing, but otherwise it looks like it's very, very well preserved. It appears to be a set of leather armor with studs in it.
Is it like scorched from the impact, or
like it looks like the fire washed over this but didn't destroy it? In fact, it looks like almost pristine, just barring some like soot and scorch on the end.
I will, provided everything around it is dead, I will try to nab it.
Yeah, you can pull it out. It's very light. It feels really good. In fact, as you pull it out of this thing, like the brand, like I should say the roots and the like remaining skeletal pieces sort of like combust into dust, but this thing is pristine.
Cool. I will identify this later because I presume it is magical to have avoided getting blown up quite this hard.
As you do grab it, you also like hear a jingling in a pocket in the armor.
I pick through the pocket. What do I get?
There is an alchemical potion inside of it. It is a blue liquid potion that, as you pull it out, like this is a vial of blue liquid that looks like it's equally preserved in here.
Powerade.
Yes.
Now I will try to identify that.
Yeah, you can give me a crafting check for that.
I will use Alchemical Savant to give myself an additional 2.
Yes. Good.
That will be a 28.
This is a moderate potion of swimming, which I will add to the people's loot.
Interesting. Not overtly useful right now, but I assume it will be very useful for the swimming section we will have coming up now. It's for the beach episode.
I rolled a 15 on medicine, healed myself for 8. So, Rehua, if you want to go and take care of Tannhauser, I'll let you do that.
Sure thing.
Okay. I'll add the
still your roll.
Add the like armor to the people's loot as well. We'll identify that later. I got that in mind.
Yeah. I have added the unusual studded leather armor.
That being said, if there are any snippings of this thing that are... Sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. 29 for battle medicine.
Oh, damn. I think that's
a crit. Yeah, I see.
That's crit, yeah.
48. Roll 48.
48 damage.
Heals Tannhauser.
Heals. Or Tyne.
If
21.
I can,
Nice.
Thurston,
Yes.
I would like to see if there are any snippings of this plant that I can collect that will not grow back into a horrible bone tree, but just something I can, take back and study back at home when I eventually get back there.
Yeah, there's like small pieces and whatnot. Just nothing you're like confident you could make alchemicals out of. But you might.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I gave up on that.
Yeah. No. But yeah, there you can definitely like take some like snippings of this thing and. Yeah. Absolutely. But you come on the other side and you can, like Rehua, it takes you a few moments to sort of catch your bearings, but you can say that the path sort of like begins to do a bit of almost like a U, like you're continuing southeast, but you can tell that the path of these objects almost starts to veer northeast a little bit. Probably like this little section of the stream might have been, a lake or a river at that time, so it's difficult to tell. But the path you've been following for this discarded equipment is sort of veering a little bit up now.
Interesting. It seems as if whoever was following the path of combat down here was almost going quasi-circle. I'm not sure if that will help us hone in on where exactly these ruins are, or if maybe they just got lost on the way to them. But I would keep in mind if they do end up returning us more or less to where we started, I would advise that we move inward rather than following the path alone.
I might have something that could help us. And I'm going to reach down, and I'm going to pull out my compass.
Ooh.
Utilizing magnetic fields, we can determine the direction in which we're traveling. While I myself am not much of a navigator, I purchased this tool specifically so that someone cannier than me might use it to foil any such wandering roads. And I'll post what the compass does in the main chat.
Well, I guess like I'm not really that good at that kind of stuff. I could kind of maybe play around with it, might know a thing or two. I'm a bit of a survivalist.
What role would you make to use it exactly?
I'm not much of a survivalist myself. I've got a little bit. I dabble in survival. I could take a little poke at it, try.
Up and helps.
Okay.
So wait, what is Thurston? What is sense direction?
Survival. It's basically to prevent you from getting lost, which is a check at the end of your explorations you would need, after basically spending a day doing them. So this kind of works pretty well here. So if you want to make that check now, Oran, just to make sure you haven't completely lost your way here.
Yeah. Survival check. God, I'm rolling terribly today. I got 5, so 18 total.
Okay, yeah. It's like you're not lost by any means, though you are sort of looking around and like, okay, you know generally your area. You aren't like off the beaten path or whatnot. However, you're not going to have much in terms of additional areas to explore or get back to camp very easily. You can tell if you go back to camp, you might not be able to find this location again, so your best bet is to carry on just for a bit to maybe find this landmark that Rehua is leading you towards.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
keep following along. That's it. Orange is going to keep trotting on, keep looking forward, keeping an eye out.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't take long before the path does a bit of a curve up, like I say, north, like starts going a bit to the east, then north, then north, then flat north, and then almost a bit arcing to the west, as you come across a land that is slightly elevated above others here. It looks like there's some hills that have been conjoined together. But through the fog, which is now mostly parted in this region, you spot a landmark. Something that stands out in the distance. An immense silver cube that is about 100 feet on its sides is partially embedded in the ground here. If you have religion, you may give me a recall knowledge check for religion.
How the fuck did they manage to miss a 100-foot sized cube of silver?
Time cube.
Yeah, time cube.
Yeah. They're educated, stupid.
Yeah. What's that? He points to giant cube.
Time cube.
Oh, time cube. Cool.
It's the time cube. We've all seen it.
What would a religion check make? Turns to audience.
Good.
Instead of looking at audience, the camera shifts to Rehua. Huh?
Okay.
Hulky's desperately opening character sheet, trying to find the religion.
The spectators in my head and the unknowable prying eyes of the cosmos, I will tell you what it means.
I will cry.
What will a 25 tell me about the time cube?
Well, this isn't a time cube. This is the thing that you now realize has been causing your absolute distress. And now it turns to the closest thing you might have to anger, which is this nutty time cube. This is some sort of architecture related to the fundamental power of the perfection, the embodiment of law. This is like a perfection building that has landed in this swamp at some point or been constructed here or anything. It is like the perfection is the like anathematic opposite of the anarchy. It is law. It is perfection. It is the embodiment of law. And so it is like fundamentally opposite to your own being.
Oh dear. This is not a time cube, I'm sad to say. No, this offensive architecture was wrought by the perfection. The fact that it is here in the material plane is not only an affront to all things that exist, but also a means of concern. No, this is as lawful and law-oriented as one might get. Take, for example, all of nature, or if I might put it in terms you may understand. Nature is the ever-flowing tide of entropy, the chaos of life and death in perfect harmony, a dance without any sort of rhythm, or sense, yet it all works out and meshes together. The perfection is the antithesis of this. It is senseless order to an inherently unorganized and disarrayed cosmos. It is sick, a perversion of things that should or should not be. And yet, it is here. And the question is why?
You got lore warfare. That'd be pretty cool to use here.
I will roll it.
Yeah, you may do better than that I would. Baldric has no fucking understanding of this stuff.
All right, Mr. Tannhauser, this like all kind of clicks into place as this is being explained by your companion. This cube is a siege tower. Outset through its many thousands of years of existing has been conquered and led by various warlords of various types. In older times, like fundamental powers, even like outsiders from the fundamental battlefield, would come to the material plane, come onto Tyne, and they would conquer the city. You've heard like examples of this before, particularly like the idea that the city was at one point like run by like a beneficite, or like a fey power had taken over. This cube would have been like when the Perfectites laid siege to the city, and was probably an outpost they had in like bygone eras when they actually like were actively besieging it.
I see. And so this gives me the sense that this is a siege tower sent in by the perfect reality, by people sieging outside.
Yeah, like essentially like an outsider from like the perfect portion of the fundamental battlefield, like a vestige of the great perfection. Like you would in a standard cosmology, like how there are like demons or devils in the abyss. There are perfectites that are outsiders aligned with law, and one of them could be particularly powerful and something akin to a warlord that might have just tried to conquer the city in like ages past.
I see. Rehua. This is not merely an example of your perfectite architecture. This is a weapon of war. A siege tower from ages past, led by your mortal enemies to attempt to take Outset or this land or wherever else, and take it into their organized fold.
It would make sense, then, that they siege Outset, for it is far more chaotic than any natural form. It would make sense they would want to bring it into their fold to organize some nightmare. Perfect hegemony. Nevertheless, it's been inert for some time, has it not? If it has been in some bygone age, it's been left since.
This is going on. I assume you're like continuing your approach towards it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Given the size, like you're approaching again, heading sort of northwest. I will just describe as Rehua, you were continuing this just to give you an idea. The cube itself is at an angle, fallen into the swamp. In fact, at its current angle, it almost looks a bit rectangular, just because of where it has fallen. Because part of it is also in the water of like a nearby, not like a lake, but just a body of water here. The sides of it have like even liquid and rainwater streaking down them. Along the way, there is a procession of like dozens of floating like metal pyramids. They're silver metal, similar to that of the cube. They're about the size of a human, but they float in the air. And at this point, Tannhauser, your detect magic is certainly going off. You're getting like very light transmutation magic, which would explain like the floating that's happening with these. And they appear to just sort of float in the air, almost like a procession way towards the cube, which you can like make your way towards. And there's more like trees and whatnot. And as you are getting closer, you're seeing that one of the corners of the cube is actually cracked open. And there is like a hole in the side of it that leads its way like inside this cube.
Do we think that it's worth it to try to investigate?
Given the size, you would guess it's pretty big on the inside.
It's very big. It's very funny to me how everyone keeps missing this thing.
Whoa!
Like, I should clarify. It's like 100 feet on sides, but it's also like well embedded into the ground. So it's not particularly high, and it's on a high point that's already kind of obscuring it.
This be the ruin that they search for?
Thinking it might be. It makes sense why they'd be searching for it, too. if it's from the Perfection realm and it's a siege weapon, as you say it are, they might be interested in co-opting it.
Rehua, I believe it best that we tend to our wounds. I sense that we are likely to find a harrowing encounter within, knowing our luck.
I would be inclined to agree with you. These constructs do not often remain inert for long, and even so, may have latent security measures. They are not that which I truly understand, but I can scarcely grasp what kind of arcane energies might leap forth should we try to disturb it, so we best be prepared if we do go inside.
I say we set up camp here. Baldric, you and our halfling friend should go and find the bodyguards in Valli. Bring them here. We may enter this place in force.
About to say, we may as well just bring the camp forward.
Exactly.
All right, fine.
As you have this discussion, you see something come out of the hole in the corner. It is a child-sized floating piece of metal. And it looks like... Well, it's hard to describe. It has circles at either end of it, and then it has like a cylinder connecting them, and then it looks as though it's almost like just patterns going through it. This like extremely like well polished, perfect piece of just floating metal. It has kind of like a corkscrew, like sense to the center of it between these two things. And it floats, and it's just like floating out of the wound in the side of this immense like metallic cube.
I guess looking at it, I'm gonna just observe it. I'm not exactly just gonna go up and smash it without knowing what it is, so just keep an eye on it.
It's floating. If you have religion or arcana, you can give me a check on this thing.
Got it. Uh, 26.
I assume we all see this, right?
Oh, yeah.
We just don't know all what it is. I don't have either of those things.
Yeah, as they're making a check, someone will look at it like, how's that thing, guys?
Rehua, you have no idea. Tannhauser, you critically succeed. You recognize this as a type of perfectite, a lesser type of perfectite called a particulum. They are typically when things outside entities from the fundamental battlefield get summoned, this is one of the more common types. You know that these are notable for their ability to sort of adjust their shape, quickly shift on the fly, like many perfectites can. They also have this sort of strange ability in that they speak the language of perfection, which not everyone can understand. You have to take the language, but they can cast spells, and their spells will affect you even if you don't understand their language. They are very good at commanding, and have a sort of a nature of commanding others and or just taking over small areas, but they're also very lesser too. They might come into a small village and take over because it's a bunch of commoners. To someone of your ilk, you'd know this thing is not too much of a threat. You've got some pretty smart egos in the party. You could probably resist this, but even still, it could be the type that could come in and dominate you. Not dominate, but command you, I should say. You can ask me 2 questions about this thing.
Okay. How many hit points does it have?
I can give you in the area of like, it's probably in like the 40s.
40s? Okay. And typically, how many of them operate at once? Like, are they kind of solitary creatures? Do they work in packs?
It varies. Like, if they're summoned, it's usually like a single entity. But in a situation like this, they could just be almost like overseers or defense units, because when they're used as part of like the perfect, I should say the perfect organism that is the perfection when they go to war or go to battle. Each sort of different type of perfectite has a role. These ones are often used for mundane grunt work. They can go into melee and such, but they will generally operate alone if they were summoned. But in a situation like this, there could be a few of them.
See, beware. This thing is a parasite. They embed themselves into communities, into the weak of willed, and sometimes even the strong of willed. Puppeteers and defense mechanisms. Be wary.
It floats.
I think it would probably be wise for us to make our camp a little ways off, just so the perfectites don't float out like they are right now, and then just decide to come and fuck with us. So I think we'll start moving back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as we're moving out, and kind of do a survival check to find like a really good secured.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah. All right, roll survival.
Yeah.
I saw that 19 and it left me with a 9. So 22 total.
Okay. Yeah, so that's still enough for you to find like a good location nearby. And yeah, quite honestly, like you've got a pretty good sense of like, okay, we can set up camp over here. You know how to sort of trek back to find Valli and the others, though it may take it may take a couple hours to like get all that working. But yeah, you'll be able to set up camp just outside this rune and then figure out where to go from there. But you do find like basically like a raised area that not overlooks the cube, but gives you at least a vantage to it. You can see that the particulums aren't really causing any issues right now. So like they're not messing with you, sort of thing. But yeah.
Oran looks to Tannhauser and Baldric and is like, well, no Valli's away and stuff, but what I could do, I could get call on a bird and leave a message with it so we could fly off to Valli and tell her to catch up with us so we can take this on together.
Yes,
is the plan.
We can do that, sit down, and we could just sit here and wait. So we can
admittedly, given the state of things around here, I kind of wish we had some more heavy with us.
Yeah.
I don't think those two bodyguards and Valli are going to be really enough.
Regardless, though, I'll go ahead and get the message ready. What do you want us to tell her, Mr. Tannhauser?
Tell her that we may have found the root of the Martinet's madness, and she should prepare herself.
Okay. So, Oran would, as we rest and stuff, I have to get the whole spell list thing, but pretty much just doing the animal messengers spell and sending it off to, basically to contact wherever Valli is with them.
Yeah.
And I think we can also just set up camp here, get everything kind of prepped. Like, I'm currently at wounded 3, so if I get messed up at all, I'm gonna die. So I think it's good to just kind of like we can like stop here and basically be like, okay, cool. Let's rest. Let me get rid of all my wounded conditions, get everyone healed up, prep to go into the thing, and then
absolutely
the next time we'll have Valli and everything else. So I think that could be a good thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think this is a great point. You've sort of identified the runes. I've updated the map. What I'm going to do is I'm generally just going to put little tokens on the map just so you would know, like, oh, there is a thing, and it's in this general area of the hex. So I've done that here as well. So we've got the little perfectite symbol, and we know that the runes are right there. So now our destined band will rest up. We'll get Valli and the Dita back, yes?
I cast a protector tree, and I tape a dagger to him and go, all right, look over us while we're resting. And then I...
Oh, and I'm gonna make a cabin, because I can do that.
Yeah, protector tree be in front of the cabin with a knife.
Yeah, I like that. That's very good. We good teamwork here. Cabin. Yeah.
Cabin moment.
The cabin moment. Look, no player ever really takes a cabin spell, but like, God, they're great. All right. But yeah, I think we'll call it there. A bit of an early session today, but we didn't have our dear friend Odoroshi with us. But also we've set ourselves up. Also, I should have murdered Tannhauser with that tree, and I'm really bitter about that.
But why didn't you?
Well, because you were a fool. You fool.
So true.
Fool. If I got like 2 crits on you, though, that would have been.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
But just learn from Oran's mistakes.
That's right. Well, then we're gonna call it there. I think.
Yeah,
Shorter session today, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's a short session. And everything else, because you have to.
I have to run. I have a thing I have to run to, which is nice that we can skedaddle a bit early, because then I won't feel like, oh God, everything's on fire.
Yeah. So sorry for the short session, everybody. Due to the
we didn't have a break though, so yeah.
Yeah. We want to kind of like conclude some of the stuff, but we didn't want Odo to like miss out on the whole thing or whatever. Or at least wanted you to get some stuff and everything. So hope you guys have a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Hulky, Earndil, Speaker, and Thurston for joining us today. Thank you, chat, for watching and enjoying everything. If you want to ever help out the streams and stuff like that, please tell everybody that we exist. Share funny clips that you've ever made from the Twitch stuff and everything else. Please let everybody know that we exist and everything else. You can send them to narrativedeclaration.com for the website. Send them to our Patreon, patreon.com/narrative declaration, along with telling them all that we do go live. Our stream schedule is there. Also, remember, September 10th is going to be another big, fun little session within
next
the
week.
City of Outset. Yep, next week. So it's there on Saturday. And thank you, everyone, for listening on podcast. Everything else, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. So long.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
The doc.
Goodbye. Cool. Goodbye.
Goodbye.